Hey everybody, how are you? It is Sunday afternoon. I'm out in the shop for maybe about 20 minutes. Then I need to run up to the high school and help unload the truck from the show choir. We had a show choir competition in Indianapolis last night, and it was really a good competition. We swept it. We took everything, which I'm not surprised. Our kids are very good and very talented, and really excited about that for the kids. But we need to get up there today and unload the truck and get all the gear back into the school so they can work with it and practice with it this week. So I'm gonna take a little break, do that, and then I'll be back and we're gonna get these lathes, my old lathe and my new lathe, all cleaned up. The Turncrafter lathe has been cleaned up and removed from the table. I've got it sitting over here on the floor. It's ready to go. I've got the jet setting on the floor down here in front of the table. And I'm getting ready to put it on the table. And then we're going to do a little bit of work on it to kind of clean it up. And I don't know what time it is. It's getting kind of late. I don't know if I get anything turned on it tonight, but I want to have it cleaned up and ready to go so that the next time I come out into the shop and want to use the lathe, it's 100% ready to rock. So that's the next step. The new jet lathe is up on the bench. Let's go ahead and turn it on. Runs nice and smooth, really quiet. My issue is I really would like to clean this up. You see it's here. You can see it's on the front. A little bit of it's splashed up on top there. I thought it was like friction polish, but it doesn't want to come off. I tried using some rubbing compound that I use on my car. Try to put a little bit of an abrasive into it. It didn't seem to work. I tried using a little bit of acetone on a rag and rubbing it, and it didn't want to come off. Now I don't want to go after it with a brass wheel or anything because I don't want to lose the paint. But if there's anything you can think of that might remove that, give me a shout in the comments and let me know what you would recommend. I mean, does it hurt the performance of the lathe? Not at all. Next step is what I normally do to my table saw top, and I need to do it to the table saw top. It's been over a year. I usually spray WD-40 on it, and then I use a 4/0 steel wool, and I just work it in and work it in. And it may not take all of the discoloration out, but what it'll do is give me a nice smooth surface that the tools will slide on, and that's what I want to do next. However, I don't have any 4/0 steel wool, or if I do, I have no idea where I tucked it away. And my can of WD-40, while it feels like it's about half full, nothing's coming out of it. So I don't know if it's just too cold out here and that messed with the propellant, or if the WD-40 is just shot. So tomorrow, I'm hoping to stop by the hardware store on the way home from work, pick me up a new can of WD, pick me up a package of 4/0 steel wool, and then we'll come out and finish the top of the lathe. And I really don't want to do anything with it until I've done that. I just want to set it up, have it nice and clean to start with. And if I don't get the stuff off the front of it, I'm not worried about it. But I want the beds, the ways, I want the ways to look really nice. And somewhere around here we go. The other thing I do that a lot of people, I've seen people, do the WD-40 method and the 4/0 steel wool. I never see them do the bottom of their banjo or of their tailstock. So I always like to do the bottoms of these as well. And then I see some people put wax on them. Now I put wax on my table saw top because it allows sleds and the miter guide to slide nice and easy. But on the lathe, I don't want to put wax because I kind of feel like it gums things up a little bit. I just leave it, since I'm using WD-40 and I'm working in with the steel wool, it's got a nice coat of oil on it. It's not going to rust right away. Occasionally, you'll want to shoot a little oil on it and wipe it down just to keep it that way. But it's kind of where I'm at right now. I think I'm going to sort of pause a little bit because I don't have the tools I need and I don't want to run out and do it tonight. So we'll revisit this very soon, and I can't wait to make my first pin on it. I'm pretty excited about it. All right, guys, I made a little change. I want you to take a look at the ways. Notice how the discoloration, look at the difference. And notice how easy that's sliding back and forth. Look at that. It just like glides across the bed. What I did, I initially said steel wool, 4/0 steel wool and WD-40. Well, I had this old brass wheel that I use to clean up other metal parts. And this is going to be not real abrasive at all to where it would damage the ways, but it does a great job cleaning, and it took all of the garbage off of them. And then I've got a little 80 W90 gear oil that I use on my metal lathe, and I put some on the ways. I also did the bottom of the banjo and the tailstock, and basically wiped it in, wiped it, you know, just it took the dirt off, and it basically put a little layer of oil on there, which hopefully will help protect it from rust, at least for a short period of time. We need to do it periodically. Did the same with the bottoms of these, and now everything just moves and just glides across the lathe so nicely. I couldn't be happier. So, not too bad. Well, now that I've done that, I'm ready to maybe attempt to turn something. So I think I'm just going to go play for a little while. And I think the first thing I'm going to attempt to turn is a kitless pin, just for fun. I want to do some drilling with it. I want to do some some tapping and just kind of goof around with a little bit, get comfortable with a lathe. I think that's a great way to do it. And I'm not going to do a video. I'm just going to basically have fun. Once I'm comfortable with the lathe, we'll do a video later. I've got to get some more shop time before I'm ready to do that. It's been pretty scarce lately, so I'll keep you guys posted on what else happens tonight. Well, I hate to say, guys, my plans just got thwarted. I didn't realize how late it was. I ran in the house real quick, and it's after 7 o'clock. I need to get cleaned up and get ready for work tomorrow. So my first turning is going to be temporarily postponed. I'm still looking for a product to clean the lathe. Obviously, I could use the wire brush on it, but then it's going to take the paint off, and I don't want to do that. So, let me know what you guys like to use. Something that will not damage the paint, but will cut through just about anything else. Does that product exist? I don't know, but I'd love to hear from you. Leave me a comment if you know of anything. Beyond that, it's ready to go. I've got everything cleaned. She seems to be running fine, so I'm pretty excited. I'm ready to give a shot at turning a pin. It's just a matter of getting a little bit more time. We'll see what this week brings. And as always, I promise I'm going to keep you guys posted and show you what I'm doing, and we'll have a little fun with it. Take care. Have a great evening, and I'll talk to you again real soon.